Hey gamers, Nupka here. We are back with another video. So today we have a tons of games coming up from the franchises, series, and the best deals in the winter sale on the Steam. So without wasting any time, let's get to the video. So the first franchise is coming up from the Capcom franchises. So Capcom has a huge deals on the games like Resident Evil 4, which is 50% off, $1,309, almost like $13 to $14. Resident Evil Village Gold Edition 1200 is $12 to $14. The standard edition is $960, which is almost like a $10 to $11. Resident Evil Biohazard Gold Editions and Resident Evil Village Gold Editions, both are gonna have a 63% off, $1,961, almost like a $20 to $21. Resident Evil 3 is 75% off, $585. Resident Evil 2 75% off, $625, almost like a $6 to $7. Resident Evil Biohazard is $480, 60% off, almost like a $5 to $6. Resident Evil 2 Remake, which is 75% off, $500, almost like a $6 to $7. Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition is $327, 75% off, almost like a $3 to $4. Resident Evil 4, which was the original one, is 75% off, $300, almost like a $3 to $4. Resident Evil 6 Complete Edition is 75% off, $327, almost like a $3 to $4. And all others, the Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Original, these are 75% off, $299, almost like a $3 to $4. So including the DLCs are in the different prices, which are already tagged in the original games. So Street Fighter 6 is 50% off, $1,999, almost like a $20 to $21. Street Fighter Champions Editions Season 5 Premium Pass is 50% off, $1,309, almost like a $14 to $15. Street Fighter 5 is 50% off, Champions Edition $654, almost like a $6 to $7. Street Fighter 4 Ultra, which is 87% off, $234, almost like a $2 to $3. Next is coming up from the Devil May Cry franchise in the Capcom, which is Devil May Cry 5 plus Virgil is $936, and all including DLCs, which is $10 to $11. Devil May Cry 5 plus Virgil DLC is 67% off, $577, almost like a $6 to $7. Devil May Cry 4 Special Editions comes like a 4K display supports and all the HD versions is 70% off, $449, almost like a $4 to $5. Devil May Cry HD Collections, which comes from Devil May Cry 1, 2 and 3 up to 4K support display, 67% off, $907, almost like a $10 to $11. And the Dead Rising series comes like Deluxe Remastered Dead Rising is 20% off, $2,399, almost like a $25. Dead Rising 2 75% off, $299, almost like a $3 to $4. Dead Rising 2 Off the Record is 75% off, $374, almost like a $3 to $5. Dead Rising 3 Apocalypse Edition is 80% off, $199, almost like a $2 to $3. Dead Rising 4 is 80% off, $399, almost like a $4 to $5. Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package is 73% off, $788, almost like a $8 to $9. Dragon's Dogma Dark Horizon is 84% off, $288, almost like a $3 to $4. Dragon's Dogma 2 is 83% off, $2,550, almost like a $27. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is 70% off, $620, almost like a $6 to $7. The next game from the Capcom is the Exoprimal, 75% off, $992, almost like a $10 to $11. Onimusha Warlords is 50% off, $749, almost like a $7 to $9, which we were already seeing. The sequel is coming up Onimusha in the Games Awards, so I think this will be the great experience to have the first version, then get to the know story for the next upcoming games. So these are the Capcom deals, and moving to the next franchises coming up from the Bandai Namco. So Bandai Namco has the deals on Ace Combat Skies Unknown, 90% off, $249, almost like a $2 to $3. Tekken 8, which is the latest segment from the Tekken, which is 50% off, $2,099, almost like a $20 to $21. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is 75% off, $624, almost like a $6 to $7. Little Nightmares, which is 1 and 2, both are included in bundle, 67% off, $890, almost like a $9 to $10. Tales of Arise is 63% off, $887, almost like a $10 to $11. Code Vein is 85% off, $449, almost like a $4 to $5. Scarlet Nexus is 84% off, $319, almost like a $3 to $4. God Eater 3 is 90% off, $286, almost like a $3 to $4. Moving up to the next series is coming up from the Serious Sam series. So Serious Sam series have Serious Sam HD version first encounter is 90% off, 47 rupees, almost half less than a 50 cents, 47 rupees. Serious Sam 3 is 90% off, 130, almost like a less than a $2, $1 and few cents. Serious Sam 2 is 90% off, 48 rupees, almost less than a 50 cents. Serious Sam VR, that's a VR edition, 88 rupees. Serious Sam 4, which is 80% off, 320, almost like a $3 to $4. Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem is 50% off, 440, almost like a $4 to $5. So these are the Serious Sam series, and moving up to the next game franchises coming up from the CD Projekt Red. So CD Projekt Red has a Witcher Enhanced Edition Director's Cut is 85% off, 74 rupees, almost like a just a $1. Witcher 2 Assassins of the Kings Enhanced Edition is 85% off, 149, almost like a $1 few cents. There is an adventure game like a clickable and story telltale kind of a game, which is 85% off, 74, almost like less than $1. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and the DLCs, 80% off, 339, almost like a $4 to $5. Cyberpunk 2077, almost 55% off, 1349, almost like a $14 to $15. So these are the games which you can have on your library. These are the great franchises and the great titles. The next titles in series is coming up from the Mafia. So Mafia 1 Definitive Edition is 80% off, 439, almost like a $4 to $5. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is coming 75% off, 424, almost like a $4 to $5. Mafia 3 is same 424, almost like a $4 to $5. So these are 75 to 80% off from the Mafia series. Moving up to the next is coming up from these Shadows of a bundle, which is from the Middle Earth, with 90% off, 379, which comes with Shadows of Mordor and Shadows of War and the DLCs. These all DLCs are included, so these are the series from the Shadows of bundle. Moving to the next series is coming up from the Crysis series, so which has the remastered Crysis 1, 2 and 3. So both are these three games having deals 60% off. Crysis Remastered 279, almost like a $3 to $4. Crysis 2 Remastered is 55% off, 319, almost like a $3 to $4. Crysis 3 Remastered is coming up from the 50%, 354, almost like a $3 to $4. Great looking games and great combats and great storylines. So these are the gems from our childhood. We love to play these Crysis games, so it's worth to check it out. Moving to the next franchises is coming up from this early holiday sale, Electronic EA. So EA has a Battlefield 2042, is almost like a 92% off, 239, almost like a $2 to $3. NFS Unbound, which is 93% off, 244, almost like a $2 to $3. Jedi Survivor is 75% off, 874, almost like a $8 to $9. Jedi Fallen Order from the Star Wars is 90% off, 219, almost like a $2 to $3. Battlefield 5 Definitive Edition is 93% off, 181, almost like a $2 and a few cents. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is 90% off, 249, almost like a $2 to $3. Mass Effect Legendary Editions is 92% off, 239, almost like a $2 to $3, which includes all the Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. These all three comes with these next gen updates, or you can say are these updates which has improved textures, quality, and the screen resolutions up to 4K. So these are the games which can have the great deals right now. Titanfall 2 is 90% off 149, almost like a less than a $2. A Way Out is 90% off 149, almost like a less than a $2. Battlefield 1 is 174, almost less than a $2. Battlefield 3 is 249, almost like a $2 and few cents. Battlefield 4 is 174, almost like a $2 and few cents. Battlefield 5 is 181, which is $2 and few cents as well. And the Battlefield Hardline is 90% off 249, almost like a $2 to $3. The Mass Effect original versions is 84% off 287, almost like a $2 to $3. Mass Effect 2 original version is 84% off 287, almost like a $2 to $3. Mass Effect 3 original version is 287, almost like a $2 to $3, which I think the original version doesn't have the EA place to log in, but Mass Effect Legendary Editions has a compulsory to log in to the EA server. So Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Editions is 85% off, almost like 269, almost like a $2 to $3. Dragon Age 2 Ultimate Editions is 85% off, 269, almost like a $2 to $3. And Mirror's Edge Catalyst 90% off, 119, almost like a $1 and a few cents. So the Dead Space Remake 749, almost like a 75% off, $8 to $9. Moving up to the next franchise, coming up from the Assassin's Creed franchise from the Ubisoft, and I think it's not my cup of tea to play now Assassin's Creed because of this current situations, but still we have a good deals under 500 rupees and also $4 to $5. So the first one is coming up from this Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is 75% off 749, almost like a $8 to $9. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think the best I can hear from these my closest and the friends, which is the best experience they get, is the Odyssey, 599, almost like a $7 to $8. Assassin's Creed Origin, which was the phenomenal entering in the franchises to reboot the Sims to the real RPGs, it's 90% off 299, almost like a $2 to $3. Assassin's Creed Unity has the best parkour and missions and the best graphically achievements from the Assassin's Creed is the Unity. So 85% off 224, almost like $2 to $3, and that's a great deal. Assassin's Creed Chronicles have a best story, which comes from this Russia, China, and India, which is 70%, all of them 70% off 149, almost like a less than a $2. So Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I love the game Black Flag, which is 599, almost like a $6 to $7. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, 75% off 499, almost like a $4 to $5. Assassin's Creed Revelation is the best one from the Ezio collections, which is 70% off 224, almost like a $2 to $3. Brotherhood is 75% off 187, almost like a $2 and few cents. Assassin's Creed 2, which is 75% off 124, almost like a $1 and few cents. Assassin's Creed the Director's Cut, the first Assassin's Creed in the Assassin's Creed universe, is 75% off 124, almost like a $1 and few cents. So these are the games which I say that this is the quite good on a deal for the winter sale, and more deals are coming up, which is a lot to cover. So for this video, it's still a lot, and I will bring more in the next video, which all about these games under 500 rupees and $4 to $5. So that's it from my side. I'll bring back the new videos. Thank you for watching. Till then, keep gaming. Nopkasub out here.
Yeah, boy.